So in this video, we're going to look a little bit more closely at The Lord of the Rings as part of this collection of Tolkien books published by HarperCollins in the UK. This collection is exclusive to the UK, as HarperCollins is the exclusive, the exclusive publisher of Tolkien books in the UK. Houghton Mifflin is the publisher exclusively of Tolkien books here in the US, and they have their own editions that are also quite beautiful. However, they don't have a full collection like this. This is the 50th anniversary edition of The Lord of the Rings, published by HarperCollins in the UK. And it, of course, matches the other books published by HarperCollins in this collection, as well as a few other books written by Tolkien that are not a part of this collection. The Tales from the Perilous Realm, and another book that he wrote that the title slips me at the moment. It's his take on an epic Norse myth, and I don't really remember the title. Of course, it'll come back to me as soon as I finish this video, but anyway, that's not what we're talking about in the video. We're talking about The Lord of the Rings. According to the description that came along with the book, this 50th anniversary edition is what they consider the definitive edition of the text, fully reset for this edition. There are several exclusive features that do appear in the Houghton Mifflin 50th anniversary edition as well. The text itself has been corrected. Nearly 400 corrections were made to some errors that were found in the text. Some of the errors actually even date back to the very first edition of The Lord of the Rings. It does include the red and black maps that Christopher Tolkien drew, the same maps that you would find in the Houghton Mifflin edition. And I am making comparisons because I bought the Houghton Mifflin edition as a gift for my girlfriend, and so I'm making a few comparisons between the two. There really isn't a whole lot of difference between the two editions. They are quite similar, other than, of course, the cover, the binding, color, etc. And then a few tiny little differences between them on the interior of the book, which we'll look at in a minute. So why don't we go ahead and dive right in. So here is the book. Again, it's beautiful cover. The slip cover, again, has this cutout, just like the slip cover of The Hobbit, in which you can see the Eye of Sauron in two-color foil plating, wreathed by the Tengwar inscription, which reads in the Black speech, I am totally going to highlight my geekness right here. In the Black speech it reads, Ash Nazg Dorbatuluk, Ash Nazg Gimbatul, Ash Nazg Thrakatuluk, Ag Burzum Ishi Krimpatul, which, of course, means one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Which is naturally the main portion of the One Ring poem If we open, or if we remove the slipcase, of course, there's the eye, once again wreathed by the inscription and surrounded by the three elven rings of power. Now, inside the book itself, like The Hobbit, also printed on fantastic quality paper. A map of the Shire, well, portion of the Shire, done in red and black, as Christopher Tolkien had drawn them. A few little notes on the updated text, 50th anniversary edition, etc. Before we get to that, now the map placement is a little bit different in this book than it is in the Houghton Mifflin edition. In the Houghton Mifflin edition, the maps appear in the front and the back of the book. In the HarperCollins edition, they appear, well, the first map appears within the text. And here's the fold-out. It folds out quite differently from the US edition by Houghton Mifflin. And it is considerably smaller than the maps in the Houghton Mifflin edition. However, I would argue that I like this a little bit better, probably because it's not as suspect to tear. Whereas in the Houghton Mifflin edition, it's very easy to tear along the creases as you open the map. There's one, and the other one appears in the back of the book, which is the popular one that we have seen of the western lands in Middle-earth. Appearing for the first time are pages from the Book of Mazarbul, which the Fellowship discovered while traveling through the mines of Moria. Now this is a fold-out in this edition. In the Houghton Mifflin edition, they appear as pages within the text, and I would say I actually like that a little bit better than fold-out, than a fold-out, as it allows me to sort of flip through them. Although I suppose this is nice as well, so you can compare the pages side by side, whereas in the Houghton Mifflin edition, you would turn through them. And they do appear right before the famous Bridge of Khazad-dûm chapter. In addition to the two family trees that have appeared several times in many editions of The Lord of the Rings, in I believe it's Appendix C. The appendices, by the way, remain largely unchanged, aside from the addition of two family trees that were not included. And these family trees are the Bolger family tree and the Boffin family tree. The others that are here were included in previous incarnations of The Lord of the Rings. The index has been updated and revised, although I haven't taken the time to go through and compare to any previous editions. There's the index. So there we have it. The Lord of the Rings 50th Anniversary Edition, published by HarperCollins. And once again, it's part of a series, so I will continue to look into this collection. In the next video, we'll take a look at the Silmarillion. Thanks for watching.